Hello everyone, this is my review of Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Now, I love the original Knives Out, so I've been so excited for the sequel ever since it was announced. I also love Rian Johnson movies, so of course super excited for this since he's directing and writing it. Now, this will be a full spoiler review, and since this movie hits Netflix in a month and the theatrical release was limited, I'm sure most people haven't seen it yet. So just wait until it comes out on Netflix, come back and watch this review, and enjoy. So, because I don't really know how to talk about this movie without spoiling stuff. So, if you have seen it, great. If you haven't, come back in a month. Yeah, I hope you guys like the video, and I'll get into it with my full spoiler review of Glass Onion. So, honestly, no big negatives. At some points, it was a little high-tech with, like, the robots and the hydrogen fuel, but I didn't really mind that too much. Also, Duke died very suddenly, and it maybe would have been nice to see him properly rebel against Miles as well, but I also don't mind that too much. As the story went on, I went on to mind that less and less, but on the positives, first off, this movie is just as subversive as the original. It's constantly throwing you twists and turns and reveals, and you never know what to expect next. And there's so many times I thought, okay, I know who the killer is. Okay, I know who the killer is. And then it wasn't them. And I thought it was really interesting and great at kind of changing where I thought it was going to go. At one point, I thought it was whiskey. So that's how you know this movie's really good at changing how you think about things. There was another point in time where I was confident that it wasn't Miles, but it was. And then just the twist with Helen and Andy was brilliant. And then just the way that they all had motives and opportunity, but in the end, they weren't the ones who did it. The setting was amazing with the Greek Isles. Nathan Johnson's score is fantastic. Benoit Blanc is just amazing once again. Daniel Craig is phenomenal in this role. I might like him as Blanc more than I like him as Bond. And this movie's just so hilarious with all the little cameos and jokes, sometimes big gags, sometimes little ones, and I was just constantly laughing. And I just love the way at the end all the characters kind of rebelled against Miles and decided, no, we are not, like, I'm not going to use the exact phrasing they use, we're not going to constantly latch on to you anymore, we're going to free ourselves. And then the way that Miles was kind of, like, not forcefully saying, I'm going to make you do this, but the way they were all kind of going with it, no matter what he said, kind of shows a form of manipulation that wasn't very forceful, but it was kind of them needing him. And I loved everything with how the glass onion is metaphorical to the plot, and of course the way it's just Miles is so stupid that everything he did was just stupidly brilliant, especially how his only real good idea for a murder was completely faked. And it was kind of weird how the movie had Act 1 and then Act 2 is all flashback, and then it had Act 3. But at the end of the day, I didn't really mind that too much. I just had a lot of fun with this one. I don't think I love it as much as the original, but honestly, give this a couple more watches, and I almost guarantee I'll love them just as much. I would watch a billion more Knives Out, Benoit Blanc mysteries. This is actually fun when I get to the point where I'm reviewing a movie that's a sequel to a movie that I reviewed during the time I've had this channel. That's kind of weird. I've only done that a couple times, but yeah, I genuinely loved Glass Onion. I just thought it was a ton of fun, amazing cast, some standouts being Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Dave Bautista, Kate Hudson, Catherine Hahn. They all did amazing. Of course, Daniel Craig and Janelle Monáe, like, played it perfectly. I loved all the little cameos, Angela Lansbury, Hugh Grant, Among Us. This movie just had me constantly laughing, and no matter what, I was always entertained. And Rian Johnson is just an amazing director. I've seen 3 of his films now, and I love them all dearly. So, yeah, I'd give Glass Onion, it's a Knives Out mystery. It's not perfect, but I loved it. It's still something that's going to be constantly entertaining me and getting better on every watch. So I'd probably give it 9.5 out of 10. Phenomenal movie, and I'm so excited to see more. I hope you guys like the review. Coming tomorrow, Season 1 of Andor. Hope you guys like the video, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.